Some shows don't need a celebrity narrator to introduce the show, but this show does. In a world filled with endless opportunities, why would two men who have built 13 multi-million-dollar businesses altruistically invest 5 hours per day to teach you the best practice business systems and moves that you can use? Because they believe in you, and they have a lot of time on their hands. They started from the bottom, now they're here. It's the Thrivetime show starring the former U.S. Small Business Administration's Entrepreneur of the Year, Clay Clark, and the entrepreneur trapped inside an optometrist's body, Dr. Robert Zillner. 2 men, 8 kids, co-created by 2 different women, 13 multi-million-dollar businesses.
Get ready to enter the Thrivetime show.
We started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom and we'll show you how to get here. We started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom, now we here.
We started from the bottom, now we're on the top. Teaching you the systems to get what we got. Colton Dixon's on the hooks, I break down the books. Z's bringing some wisdom and the good looks. As the father of 5, that's why I'm alive. So if you see my wife and kids, please tell them hi. It's the C&Z up on your radio. And now 3, 2, 1, here we go.
We started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom and we'll show you how to.
All right, Thrive Nation, if you'd like to join in the conversation, just go to thrivetimeshow.com/millionaire. That's thrivetimeshow.com/millionaire. And you too can follow along on and join today's conversation. You can download a free copy of my newest book called A Millionaire's Guide, How to Become Sustainably Rich. And we're joined today with somebody who's implementing these systems, who has implemented these systems to build a very successful company. And his company is Peak Business Valuation. Ryan, welcome on to the Thrivetime Show. How are you, sir?
Oh, doing fantastic. Thanks, Clay.
Now, brother, we're going to talk about today, we're going to go to page 102 of the book, A Millionaire's Guide, How to Become Sustainably Rich. And I'm going to page 102, just threw away page 101. Here we go. Page 102 reads, Daily Key Performance Indicators. You need to track the daily sales key performance indicators for your team, folks. Listen again. If you're out there today and you own a company, you want to grow the company, you have to have daily sales key performance indicators. You have to do it. So we're going to go through just 4 areas that you have to track. But the big idea, I want to have you talk about the big idea first, is key performance indicators. And I'm going to kind of take some notes here. Why does everybody out there need to have key performance indicators in their business for their sales team, sir?
It provides direction, and everybody's on the same page as to what they need to do. So yeah, direction and same page is kind of how I implement it with my team.
So you must define the daily key performance indicators for your team. So let's talk about your business for a second. Again, your business is Peak Business Valuation. What are some of the things you want to track on a daily basis with your company? These are just daily sales key performance indicators, things you look at every day.
Yeah, so the first one that we look at is, one, did we so we set up our calls in 2 structures.
Yep.
So we have someone on our team that takes all the initial inquiries.
Got it.
And then we'll download those calls, upload them to a folder.
Yep.
And that's probably one of our key performance indicators, is ensuring that 100% of all first initial phone calls end up in a recorded folder.
Yep.
So that we can listen to them on Wednesday morning.
So you want to track the number of inquiries and leads you're getting. You do that.
Correct.
Okay, watch this. This is awesome. I call this megaphone technology because it involves a megaphone. Okay, here we go. Watch this. Hey, James. Hey, real quick. Can you yell out, how many calls did you make yesterday?
I made 295.
A little bit louder, sir. How much?
295.
He made 295 calls. Can you hop on the mic real quick? Just to mic 2 here. Just let him.
Boom.
How many calls again?
295. The day before I did over 340.
Oh, sick. And then
Nice.
And he's calling people that have requested tickets to attend the conference. These are people that have said, I want to come to the conference. And how many times on average, James, do you have to call these people on average to reach wonderful people? I'm sure nobody listening to our show is like this, but there are people, believe it or not, they fill out the form. they say, I want to come to the conference, baby. I want to
Between
come.
6 to 8 to 9 times, sometimes 12, 13, 14, up to 25.
Oh.
I don't stop calling. I don't stop.
Okay, so people go to thrivetimeshow.com. They're like, I want to come to a business conference. They go here and they request tickets. And you're telling me you've had to call people 25 times?
That's what I do.
How
That's
many
right.
calls did you make yesterday?
295.
Oh, you're sick. You got to get back into make some more calls.
All right.
Okay, all right. So, okay, the number of inquiries. Next, you have to know the number of outbound calls. Number of outbound calls makes, okay, outbound calls per day. Then you have to have the number of inbound calls per day. Now, let me just give you an example. For elephant in the room, this is our haircut chain. The other day I noticed we had a ton of calls. And I'm going, we have a ton of calls. That's beautiful, baby. Ton of calls. Woohoo. Inbound calls. But yet we didn't have a whole lot of bookings. And then I look and it looks like, Ryan, that no one's picking up the phone. Ryan, why could that be a problem if I have a sales guy who's not picking up the phone when people are trying to call to schedule their haircut?
You have no leads. You have no appointments being booked.
Oh, and I asked the guy, I said, dude, bro town, why aren't you answering the phone? He's like, oh man, I was just trying to have some lunch. And I'm like, there's only 3 of you in the call center and you're not answering the phone. He's like, I guess I just, I'm like, did you have a lunch break? He's like, oh yeah, I was just trying to get a little bite to eat, And I asked the other person, well, how come you didn't answer the phone? They go, well, I mean, it's been a busy day. And so I just need to take a breather. And I'm like, what? So that's the kind of stuff you have to track the number of deals that were closed. Now, right away, when I see this, that, wow, there's a lot of calls, not a lot of bookings, you know what I do? I immediately fix it. I don't let it drift for a week. I don't let it drift for a month. I don't let it drift for hours. I look for the trends and I stop any jackassery. Okay. So number of deals that were closed. And you also want to track why people said no. So let's focus on your business for a second. People go to Peak Business Valuation. What kind of a sick freak goes to peakbusinessvaluation.com? Who are your ideal and likely buyers?
Someone that wants to understand the value of a business, whether they're buying or selling, or someone who's interested in understanding the value of a piece of equipment.
This happens often.
Yep. We get about 3 inquiries a day.
And we've been working with
people interested.
We've been working with you for years, and your business is growing, it's booming, things are great. But man, if you didn't track those numbers, if you didn't track your daily key performance indicators, your daily sales key performance indicators, what would happen very quickly?
It would be utter chaos because no one would know who to contact, where to find that piece of information, and kind of where they are at in the sales process. Like, has the phone call taken place? Has the initial kind of proposal and engagement letter been sent out? Has it been signed? So we have extensive spreadsheets to keep track of where leads are at in our sales funnel.
I'm going to quote myself from page 102 of my book, and hopefully I live up to the hype here. Hopefully this quote delivers. Maybe this quote's about, I don't know, maybe people don't like this quote, but it says, I wrote here, you don't have to be, I see what I'm doing here. You don't have to be a doctor to build a sales focused culture. I see what you're doing here. However, you do need a PhD. What? Oh, come on. What do you mean? What do you mean? Pig-headed discipline, baby. Oh, snap. That quote is so sick. I might get swine flu just hearing it. Sick. Okay. You don't have to be a doctor to build a sales-focused culture. However, you do need a PhD. Pig-headed discipline, baby. Can you please, my fellow pig-headed discipline business owner, explain to me what that means?
It's just following a system, a boring system that works perfectly.
Oh.
So like when a lead comes in initially, you document the lead, you put it into your Google Sheet or into your CRM, and then you make the outbound call. You write down the necessary notes needed.
Yeah.
To kind of pass on to the next person, the closer.
Yeah.
And the closer gets on the phone, has an idea of what's happening. So it's all just discipline from the standpoint of being consistent and doing the same thing over and over and over
Oh,
again.
come. I love it. I love it. And right now, here's what I'm doing. I am in the process of adding a lot of boulders and rocks and building things to my office area. Because when you come to our conferences, forever I was at the Riverwalk, and people would go to the Riverwalk and they would go, "Ooh, where are you located?" I'd say the Riverwalk, and they'd say the River. I said the Riverwalks. Oh, you're at the and there's something that feels kind of when you're coming to a business conference. It kind of you come to the Riverwalk and you go, "Oh wow, it's an experience. It's not just a business conference now because now we're at the Riverwalk." So see, my office was down here at the end of the Riverwalk. There it was. Oh, I still have a Google map there. Look at that, but I'm not there. It's crazy. Okay, but I was there. And this was my office for years, and people really loved it. They had a good time, although the cup is still there. But then I got to the end of the lease. I'd been there for years. I was the biggest tenant there at the Riverwalk. And I thought, you know what? I need to move to my own facility, my own place, my own facility. So I moved away from the Riverwalk. I left and I went this way. I went west. Someone says, I feel like I'm going south. No, I went west. I went west. Ooh, I went over here past the highway. I went here. I went west. I kept going. How far did you go? I kept going. And then I moved in. When I dropped in my man, the paratrooper, when I'm like, we're going to invade and take dominion over this area. So I've now planted my trees, my berm, but I'm building a big wall right now. So soon you won't be able to see inside the facility. And then I have constructed my pergola so I can tell people, look for the pergola. But now I got my new mailboxes coming in, and I have it's all being built right now. It's coming together. You can't see it on Google Earth, but the building is there if you drop in the van. So I'm in the process of doing this. Now, why am I tracking every day, Ryan, how many eggs are being laid by my chickens back here in the coops? Why am I tracking every day? How many eggs do we get every day? Every single day I ask the question. Why am I tracking how many boulders did we import? No, I'm serious. Every single day I'm asking the team, how many boulders got delivered today? How many eggs did we lay? Why am I every day, every single day I ask the team, hey, James, how many eggs did we get yesterday?
12 eggs yesterday, 8 the day before.
Oh, it's not good enough. We got to crank it up to 50.
Yeah, baby.
Get out of here with that. So, again, Ryan, why would I track how many eggs I'm getting a day, how many boulders are being brought in? Why would I do that?
I'm still trying to figure out why you track the eggs, but I guess at the end of the day, you want to just track everything because I don't know, it's the utilization of your assets.
There it is.
So if you collect 12 eggs, you want to make sure you're utilizing all 12 eggs. Otherwise, they compound if you don't use them.
I'm trying to get to 50 a day right now. And so I'm building barns, adding on. We got a good flow going. We had 18 new baby chicks that were born the other day. I mean, things are really taking off at Camp Clark and Chicken Palace. But I need more boulders. And I'm figured out right now, the boulders, they look impressive, but I need more. And so I'm tracking every day. And some of these rocks are like the size of like a Ford Escort. I'm not kidding. Like some of these rocks are like as big as a car, sort of as big as a motorcycle. I'm bringing them in. And when you pull in, I want it to be like almost like a Stonehenge, but in a non-creepy way. You pull up and you're like, were aliens here? No, it was a business workshop. That's what was here. I want it to just be epic. Like I want it to be in a non-sacrilegious way. I want it to be something where it's almost like the pyramids, but not creepy and not evil, where you show up and go, clearly somebody spent a lot of time and energy on bringing in rocks. But again, you have to track, you have to measure what you treasure. If you listen to today's show, what happens if you listen to today's show and you don't write down the key performance metrics for your company and you don't follow up with pig-headed discipline? What happens?
You're just wasting time listening to something that you're not going to take action on.
There it is.
So ultimately, like by tracking to measure what you treasure, like it's all about action and being a diligent doer.
Yep.
And so for instance, every time I show up to one of your conferences or I read any one of your books, like I have to take it like a page at a time.
Yeah.
Because if I just read as if I'm not going to absorb anything, then it's just pointless reading. And I want it to be actionable.
Yep.
And implement it within my team.
Hey, by the way, are you coming to the workshop this next week? Are you coming?
No, I don't
Oh,
think Andrew
man.
and I even chatted about it.
Oh, sick. Well, let me tell you, every 2 months we do a workshop. I've been doing it since 2005. Every 2 months, you are invited. Anybody else is invited. And by the way, folks, you can pay $250 or whatever price you want to pay. That's how we do it. But I want to be very clear. I, as a business consultant, exist to help you grow your business. I do not gather, I don't get together with my clients every week to hear their dreams and to hear their visions and to talk about feelings and potential and my new idea. Oh, wow. I got a new idea. I don't care. What I care about is results and success. And that requires diligence and discipline. And let me just put a little bow on. I want to get your final thoughts on this. I have a daily huddle with my team. And every single day we go over the same items with the team every day to make sure there's no drifting. Well, there's no drifting. No. We're not going to get off course by 2 degrees, 4 degrees, 5 degrees. All of a sudden we're going in a circle. We're not doing that. We're going to stay on course, baby. What happens if you don't have a daily huddle or a weekly meeting to hold your team accountable? What if you just let them do what they want to do? What would happen? What would happen?
Oh, great question. And I have a good example. So ultimately, by not having a daily huddle, a lot of the minute details that would improve a process or a procedure don't get shared with the rest of the team. And so it's just held within a small clique on your team. So for instance, like we had one client that pushed back on us that's thought one of our questions that we asked was pretty obvious and dumb. And so we had in our daily huddle, we went over kind of this client's concerns and how we could better improve the way we ask questions about someone's business. So it's more so leading the witness. And so like having those group discussions helps us all be on the same page and improve our processes and procedures. If we didn't do that, then it would be like a game of telephone. Like I would tell somebody and then it would slowly circulate, but it wouldn't be the same impactful conversation.
Boom, boom, and boom. I want everybody out there to know this. If you learn these things today, they're powerful things. This is peak business valuation. This guy has grown his business dramatically since we first met. He's having massive success. How much have you grown since we first connected?
Around 218%. And like just to put it in more granular numbers, we're the meeting that Andrew and I had 2 weeks ago. Andrew was like, "Oh, you need to increase your goal." So our goal is to increase at least year over year for 2023 by another 35-40%.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to happen. And I'm just telling you, folks, if you're out there today and you want to grow your business, they got 3 calls to action for you. 1, go to Thrivetime Show, book a ticket for our next in-person workshop. We do them every 2 months, and you can name your price, $250 or whatever price you want to pay. 2, if you want one-on-one consultation, if you want to be a one-on-one client, I charge people $1,700 a month, 1700. That's what I charge. I don't hide the price. Charge $1,700 a month. It's month to month. Our average client is with us from usually 6 to 7 years or more. Our average client doubles the size of their company within 18 months or so. It's pretty incredible. And then finally, if you own a business and you want to get that business evaluated, you want to figure out what your business is worth. Maybe you're in a spot where you're looking to buy a business, you're looking to sell a business, you're looking to obtain an SBA loan, small business administration loan. You're looking for an equipment appraisal, or you're just looking for a good time. If you're just looking for a good time, you say, I am looking for a good time. What do I do? What? Go to Peak Business Valuation for a good time. Ryan, thank you so much for carving out time for us today, sir. I'll give you the final word. People out there are taking notes. Final word, sir. What do you got?
Final word, if you're listening, take action. Otherwise, you are just a passive listener. It's always worthwhile to be active.
Shaka Baba. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Boom.
Boom.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Thomas Crossan, owner and founder of Full Package Media in Dallas, Texas. I've been a coaching client with Clay Clark since the beginning of our business. We started about a year ago, August of last year. I had no clients, no idea what we were doing, no clue really what was going on. And now we've grown to where we've got 6 photographers, we've got office space here. I have an admin, sales person that works for us full time. Developing an online system, and a lot of that growth we attribute to Clay helping us. And there's so many things that, his stuff is not revolutionary. It's not this crazy walk on hot coals and all this stuff. It's just real real stuff. And like group interviews, we were totally against group interviews. We were like, no, we're different and we're special, and we need to, do one-on-one interviews so we can find good quality candidates and not just kind of do this group interview thing. And we tried that and we failed miserably. We did group interviews. Now we do them every 2 weeks. And it's awesome. It works good. We always have kind of an influx of new people that we can train, get going. He's helped us a lot with our website, graphic design, SEO. SEO is another thing that I thought before I started this business and before Clay that it was kind of a joke, or something that only your Apples of the world and Amazon could get to the top of Google. But Clay said, no, just do these things, follow these steps, and you'll get there. And I think now we look today and we're number 2 for Dallas real estate photography. If you don't believe me, you can look. So we're getting to the top of there. That's really cool. It's really awesome to get leads that people will call you and say, hey, I found you on Google. We want to hear about your services. So that's really great. I'd say there's nobody out there that's not a good coaching client for Clay. Anyone, regardless of the business, it's not about what the business is, what the specialty is. It's about following the steps, doing what he says. It's a good thing. An hour a week, it gets you on track and keeps you kind of in line of what you're doing and what you shouldn't be doing. And it's good to kind of give you some flow and future goals of your business. And I remember our first meeting, we set our goals, and our goal was to do 16 shoots a week. And at the time, me and my business partner / girlfriend Gretchen were like, "Oh, we're never gonna do 16 a week. That's just like crazy." And today we're doing 9, and we did about 54 last week. So he's helped us grow. We've put in a lot of hours, a lot of hard work as well. But if you follow his steps and do what he says, there's a lot of principles that he's kind of taught and instilled in us that help us. So Clay Clark, he's the way to go. I wouldn't venture out to find someone else. They'd be more expensive and a lot more fluff and no real actionable work and things to get your business growing. So that's the way to go. Thanks.
I showed you.
Jimmy! You smell like a winner. You want to smell like you want to
Ladies and gentlemen, the judges score.
The Thrivetime Show, 2-day interactive business workshops, are the highest and most reviewed business workshops on the planet.
You can learn the proven 13-point business systems that Dr. Zellner and I have used over and over to start and grow successful companies. We get into the specific steps on what you need to do to optimize your website. We're going to teach you how to fix your conversion rate. We're going to teach you how to do a social media marketing campaign that works. How do you raise capital? How do you get a small business loan? We teach you everything you need to know here during a 2-day, 15-hour workshop. It's all here for you. You work every day in your business, but for 2 days you can escape and work on your business and build these proven systems so now you can have a successful company that will produce both the time freedom and the financial freedom that you deserve. You're going to leave energized, motivated, but you're also going to leave empowered. The reason why I've built these workshops is because as an entrepreneur, I always wish that I had this. And because there wasn't anything like this, I would go to these motivational seminars, no money down, real estate, Ponzi scheme, get motivated seminars, and they would never teach me anything. It was like you went there and you paid for the big chocolate Easter bunny, but inside of it, it was a hollow nothingness. And I wanted the knowledge, and they're like, oh, but we'll teach you the knowledge after our next workshop. And the great thing is we have nothing to upsell. At every workshop, we teach you what you need to know. There's no one in the back of the room trying to sell you some next big get-rich-quick,
sales for this week.
hot coals product. It's literally, we teach you the brass tacks, the specific stuff that you need to know to learn how to start and grow a business.
One is
And I encourage
Michael,
you to not believe what I'm saying. And I want you
Jason,
to Google
can you kind of pull
the
this in, maybe?
Z66 auto
Just so you can see it. It's kind of pull it that way. Let's get the link. That's more of a link. I can't tell that link. It's hard to tell.
And say, are
So
they
that's last year's
successful
sales.
because they're geniuses? Or are they successful because they have a proven system? When you do that research, you will discover that the same systems that we use in our own business can be used in your business. Come to Tulsa, book a ticket, and I guarantee you it's going to be the best business workshop ever, and we'll even give you your money back if you don't want it. We've built this facility for you, and we're excited to see it.
There it is.
Awesome.
I baked from home for years as I was raising my children and teaching. And it was there that people continually said year after year, Kat, you really need to go into business. You should open a bakery. And I'm thinking, I don't have time to open a bakery. I'm raising 2 kids. I'm getting my master's degree. Not to mention, I know nothing about business. So here I am. I'm super thrilled. My little bakery is being built in Bixby and all is well. We move into the new bakery. The excitement is like over the top. And 3 weeks into it, my husband and I separate. Talk about a blow. That was the most difficult thing I had ever experienced to date. I had that blow, and I did have to make a decision. Am I going to be a big girl? Am I going to get better, or am I going to give up? I couldn't give up. I'm a divorced woman. I have to earn a living. And so 18-hour days, bring it on. Let's do this thing. 4 years later, my business partner's husband, Deemer, asked me a question one day. He said, Kat, are you going to continue treating this business like a hobby, or are you going to treat it like a business? That was huge for me. That was super significant in pushing me to get help, pushing me to find a way to make it work. Through several people encouraging me to become a thriver with Thrive 15 was without question the pivotal moment in my business. I went from lacking some confidence to becoming empowered through knowledge of how to grow a business. Our sales are 50% plus what they were a year ago. I feel I've regained confidence in myself as an entrepreneur and in my business. Becoming educated through Thrive 15 is what made the difference.
My name is Sharita Bent, and I work on the leadership team here at Thrive15.com. Our team is a group of dynamic individuals, and we work really hard to deliver the goods for our clients. We have a variety of clients. Gosh, we work with people in all industries, dentists, bakers, doctors, lawyers. We work with people stateside. We work with people abroad. Really, we don't have any limits to who will help. We help them with search engine optimization, marketing, making a logo, your business card, what's the most effective way to have your website look cutting edge, branding, social media, leadership skills. I mean, the list just, I could keep going and going and going. Whereas a company may have a budget for branding or a budget for their advertising. We can take all of those things, handle them here in-house, give you excellent results quickly, efficiently, and for a fraction of the cost. So that's our deal. The one thing that you hear over and over is the excitement and the gratitude for the results that we get for them. Most times people are moved to tears, literally, because they just have maybe been stuck in a place where they're maybe not hitting the goals that they have for themselves, or maybe they are just having no profitability at all. And so it's really neat when we can help them. That is the recurring thing that really warms your heart and makes you really excited for the customer too. We have a system, it works. If you work the system will work for you. And so it's like a win-win. We have something that we know totally works. So you can't beat that.
The number of new customers that we've had is up 411% over last year. We are Jared and Jennifer Johnson. We own Platinum Pest and Lawn and are located in Owasso, Oklahoma. And we have been working with Thrive for business coaching for almost a year now.
Yeah. So what we want to do is we want to share some wins with you guys that we've had by working with Thrive. First of all, we're on the top page of Google now. Okay. I just want to let you know what type of accomplishment this is. Our competition, Orkin, Terminex, they're both $1.3 billion companies. They both have 2,000 to 3,000 pages of content attached to their website. So to basically go from virtually non-existent on Google to up on the top page is really saying something. But that's come by being diligent to the systems that Thrive has, by being consistent and diligent on doing podcasts, and staying on top of those podcasts to really help with getting up on with their listing and ranking there with Google.
And also we've been trying to get Google reviews, asking our customers for reviews. And now we're the highest rated and most reviewed pest and lawn company in the Tulsa area. And that's really helped with our conversion rate. And the number of new customers that we've had is up 411% over last year.
Wait, say that again. How much are we up?
411%.
Okay, so 411% we're up with our new customers. Amazing.
Right. So not only do we have more customers calling in, we're able to close those deals at a much higher rate than we were before. Right now, our closing rate is about 85%, and that's largely due to, first of all, like our Google reviews that we've gotten people really see that our customers are happy, but also we have a script that we follow. And so when customers call in, they get all the information that they need. That script has been refined time and time again. It wasn't a one and done deal. It was a system that we followed with Thrive in the refining process, and that has obviously the 411% shows that system works.
Yeah. So here's a big one for you. So last week alone, our booking percentage was 91%. We actually booked more deals, more new customers last year than we did the first 5 months. Or I'm sorry, we booked more deals last week than we did the first 5 months of last year from before we worked with Thrive. So again, we booked more deals last week than the first 5 months of last year. And it's incredible. But the reason why we have that success is by implementing the systems that Thrive has taught us and helped us out with. So.
Some of those systems that we've implemented are group interviews. That way we've really been able to come up with a really great team. We've created and implemented checklists. That way everything gets done and it gets done right. It creates accountability. We're able to make sure that everything gets done properly, both out in the field and also in our office. And also doing the podcast, like Jared had mentioned, that has really, really contributed to our success. But that, like I said, the diligence and consistency in doing those and that system has really, really been a big blessing in our lives. And also, it's really shown that we've gotten the success from following those systems.
Yeah. So before working with Thrive, we were basically stuck. Really no new growth with our business. And we were in a rut and we didn't know.
The last 3 years, our customer base had pretty much stayed the same. We weren't shrinking, but we weren't really growing either.
Yeah, and so we didn't really know where to go, what to do, how to get out of this rut that we're in. But Thrive helped us with that. They implemented those systems. They taught us those systems. They taught us the knowledge that we needed in order to succeed. Now it's been a grind. Absolutely, it's been a grind this last year. But we're getting those fruits from that hard work and the diligent effort that we're able to put into it. So again, we were in a rut. Thrive helped us get out of that rut. And if you're thinking about working with Thrive, quit thinking about it and just do it. Do the action, and you'll get the results. It will take hard work and discipline, but that's what it's going to take in order to really succeed. So we just want to give a big shout out to Thrive, a big thank you out there to Thrive. We wouldn't be where we're at now without their help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Moore. I'm a pediatric dentist. Through our new digital marketing plan, we have seen a marked increase in the number of new patients that we're seeing every month, year over year. 1 month, for example, we went from 110 new patients the previous year to over 180 new patients in the same month. And overall, our average is running about 40 to 42% increase month over month, year over year. The group of people required to implement our new digital marketing plan is immense, starting with a business coach, videographers, photographers, web designers. Back when I graduated dental school in 1985, nobody advertised. The only marketing that was ethically allowed in everybody's eyes was mouth-to-mouth marketing. By choosing to use the services, you're choosing to use a proven turnkey marketing and coaching system that will grow your practice and get you the results that you're looking for. I went to the University of Oklahoma College of Dentistry, graduated in 1983, and then I did my pediatric dental residency at Baylor College of Dentistry from 1983 to 1985.
Hello, my name is Charles Kolaw with Kolaw Fitness. Today I want to tell you a little bit about Clay Clark and how I know Clay Clark. Clay Clark has been my business coach since 2017. He's helped us grow from 2 locations to now 6 locations. We're planning to do 7 locations in 7 years and then franchise. And Clay has done a great job of helping us navigate anything that has to do with like running the business, building the systems, the checklists, the workflows, the audits, how to navigate lease agreements, how to buy property, how to work with brokers and builders. This guy is just amazing. He's this kind of guy has worked in every single industry. He's written books with like Lee Crockrell, head of Disney, with the 40,000 cast members. He's friends with like Mike Lindell. He does Reawaken America tours, where he does these tours all across the country, where 10,000 or more people show up to some of these tours. On the day-to-day, he does anywhere from about 160 companies. He's at the top. He has a team of business coaches, videographers, and graphic designers and web developers, and they run 160 companies every single week. So think of this guy with a team of business coaches running 160 companies. So in the weekly, he's running 160 companies. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's doing Reawaken America tours. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's also doing business conferences where 200 people show up, and he teaches people a 13-step proven system that he's done and worked with billionaires, helping them grow their companies. So I've seen guys from startups go from startup to being multimillionaires, teaching people how to get time freedom and financial freedom through the system. Critical thinking, document creation, putting it into organizing everything in their head to building it into a franchisable, scalable business. Like one of his businesses has like 500 franchises. That's just one of the companies or brands that he works with. So amazing guy. Elon Musk kind of like smart guy. He kind of comes off sometimes as socially awkward, but he's so brilliant, and he's taught me so much. When I say that, like Clay is like, he doesn't care what people think when you're talking to him. He cares about where you're going in your life and where he can get you to go. And that's what I like most about him. He's like a good coach. A coach isn't just making you feel good all the time. A coach is actually helping you get to the best you. And Clay has been an amazing business coach. Through the course of that, we became friends. I was really most impressed with him is when I was shadowing him one time. We went into a business deal and listened to it. I got to shadow and listen to it. And when we walked out, I knew that he could make millions on the deal. And they were super excited about working with him. And he told me, he's like, I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to turn it down, because he knew it was going to harm the common good of people in the long run. And the guy's integrity just really wowed me. It brought tears to my eyes to see that this guy, his highest desire was to do what's right. And anyways, just an amazing man. So anyways, impacted me a lot. He's helped navigate anytime I've got nervous or worried about how to run the company, or navigating competition and an economy that's like, I remember we got closed down for 3 months. He helped us navigate on how to stay open, how to get back open, how to just survive through all the COVID shutdowns, lockdowns, because our clubs were all closed for.
I'm Rachel with Tip Top Canine, and we just want to give a huge thank you to Clay and Vanessa Clark.
Hey guys, I'm Ryan with Tip Top Canine. Just want to say a big thank you to Thrive 15. Thank you to Make Your Life Epic. We love you guys, we appreciate you, and really just appreciate how far you've taken us.
This is our old house, right? This is where we used to live a few years ago. This is our old neighborhood. See? It's nice, right?
So this is my old van and our old school marketing, and this is our old team. And by team, I mean it's me and another guy.
This is our new house with our new neighborhood.
This is our new van with our new marketing, and this is our new team. We went from 4 to 14, and I took this beautiful photo. We worked with several different business coaches in the past, and they were all about helping Ryan sell better and just teaching sales, which is awesome, but Ryan is a really great salesman. So we didn't need that. We needed somebody to help us get everything that was in his head out into systems, into manuals and scripts, and actually build a team. So now that we have systems in place, we've gone from 1 to 10 locations in only a year.
In October 2016, we grossed 13 grand for the whole month. Right now it's 2018, the month of October. It's only the 22nd. We've already grossed a little over 50 grand for the whole month, and we still have time to go. We're just thankful for you, thankful for Thrive and your mentorship, and we're really thankful that you guys have helped us to grow a business that we run now instead of the business running us. Just thank you times 1,000.
The Thrivetime Show. 2-day interactive business workshops are the highest and most reviewed business workshops on the planet.
You can learn the proven 13-point business systems that Dr. Zellner and I have used over and over to start and grow successful companies. I mean, we get into the specific steps on what you need to do to optimize your website. We're going to teach you how to fix your conversion rate. We're going to teach you how to do a social media marketing campaign that works. How do you raise capital? How do you get a small business loan? We teach you everything you need to know here during a 2-day, 15-hour workshop. It's all here for you. You work every day in your business, but for 2 days you can escape and work on your business and build these proven systems so now you can have a successful company that will produce both the time freedom and the financial freedom that you deserve. You're going to leave energized, motivated, but you're also going to leave empowered. The reason why I've built these workshops is because as an entrepreneur, I always wish that I had this. And because there wasn't anything like this, I would go to these motivational seminars, no money down, real estate, Ponzi scheme, get motivated seminars, and they would never teach me anything. It was like you went there and you paid for the big chocolate Easter bunny, but inside of it, it was a hollow nothingness. And I wanted the knowledge, and they're like, oh, but we'll teach you the knowledge after our next workshop. And the great thing is we have nothing to upsell. At every workshop, we teach you what you need to know. There's no one in the back of the room trying to sell you some next big get-rich-quick, walk-on-hot coals product. It's literally, we teach you the brass tacks, the specific stuff that you need to know to learn how to start and grow a business. And I encourage you to not believe what I'm saying, and I want you to Google the Z66 auto auction. I want you to Google elephant in the room. Look at Robert Zellner and Associates. Look them up and say, are they successful because they're geniuses, or are they successful because they have a proven system? When you do that research, you will discover that the same systems that we use in our own business can be used in your business. Come to Tulsa, book a ticket, and I guarantee you it's going to be the best business workshop ever, and we'll even give you your money back if you don't love it. We've built this facility for you, and we're excited to see you.
Hey, I'm Ryan Wimpy with Tip Top Canine, and I'm the founder.
I'm Rachel Wimpy, and I am a co-founder.
So we've been running Tip Top for about the last 14 years, franchising for the last 3-4 years. So someone that'd be a good fit for Tip Top loves dogs, they're high energy, they want to be able to own their own job, but they don't want to worry about, that high failure rate. They want to do that like bowling with bumper lanes.
So you give us a call, reach out to us, we'll call you, and then we'll send you an FDD, look over that, read it, fall asleep to it, it's very boring, and then we'll book a discovery day, and you come and you can spend a day or two with us to make sure that you actually like it, make sure training dogs is something that you want to do.
So an FDD is a franchise disclosure document. It's a federally regulated document that goes into all the nitty-gritty details of what the franchise agreement entails.
So who would be a good fit to buy a Tip Top Canine would be somebody who loves dogs, who wants to work with dogs all day as their profession. You'll make a lot of money, you'll have a lot of fun, it's very rewarding. And who would not be a good fit is a cat person.
So the upfront cost for Tip Top is $43,000. And a lot of people say they're generating doctor money, but on our disclosure, the numbers are anywhere from over $1 million a year in dog training, what our Oklahoma City location did last year, to 25, 35 grand a month.
To train and get trained by us for Tip Top Canine, to run your own Tip Top Canine, you would be with us for 6 weeks here in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
So we've been married for 7 years.
8 years.
8 years. So if you're watching this video, you're like, hey, maybe I want to be a dog trainer. Hey, that one sounds super amazing. Go to our website, tiptopcanine.com, click on the yellow franchising tab, fill out the form, and Rachel and I will give you a call. Our Oklahoma City location last year, they did over $1 million. He's been running that shop for 3 years. Before, he was a youth pastor with 0 sales experience, 0 dog training experience before he ever met with us.
So just call us, come spend a day with us, spend a couple days with us, make sure you like training dogs, and own your own business.
Well, the biggest reason to buy a Tip Top Canine is so you own your own job and you own your own future, and you don't hate your life. You get an enjoyable job that brings a lot of income but is really rewarding.
My name is Seth Flint, and I had originally heard about Tip Top Canine through my old pastors who I worked for. They trained their Great Pyrenees with Ryan and Tip Top Canine. They did a phenomenal job and became really good friends with Ryan and Rachel. I was working at a local church, and it was a great experience. I ended up leaving there and working with Ryan and Tip Top Canine. The biggest thing that I really enjoy about being self-employed is that I can create my own schedule. I have the ability to spend more time with my family, my wife and my daughter. So my very favorite thing about training dogs with Tip Top Canine is that I get to work with the people. Obviously, I love working with dogs, but it's just so rewarding to be able to train a dog that had serious issues, whether it's behavioral or whatever, and seeing a transformation, taking that dog home, and mom and dad are literally in tears because of how happy they are with the training. If somebody is interested, I'd say don't hesitate. Make sure you like dogs. Make sure that you enjoy working with people, because we're not just dog trainers. We are customer service people that help dogs, and so definitely don't hesitate. Just come in and ask questions. Ask all the questions you have.